All right, everybody in YouTube land. Unless you get to come here to Coco Cay and stop next to a ship and park and be able to get in the middle of these two giant floating creatures, it's super hard to explain how this actually feels. And it feels like you're literally, I don't know, never been to New York, but I kind of feel like if I was underneath skyscrapers, it would feel something like this. I know there are only 17-story skyscrapers, but on the water, that is humongous. And then we're at perfect day at Coco Cay, and there's the Celebrity Beyond next to us. Here's your water slides. They go over the side of the ship. Everybody's running from the, it's after one, everybody's sweating. And they're like, take me back to the ship. It's too hot. And then, if you're not aware, we are in Star of the Seas. And I think this is like their 10th trip total and their second or third trip for the 8-day trips. So that's where we are. And then all of these up here, these are the grand suite, the super lofts, the ones that some of these cost like $20,000, $30,000 a trip, even more. So if you ever wonder where they're located, that's where they're located. That's the expensive area. And then, if you want to see what it looks with how big one is compared to the other, I'll get you a view real quick. So that's the new world's largest ship. And then there's Celebrity. New largest ship. Look, I can't fit it into the frame. And then I can fit it into the frame with no problem. So that's kind of the difference between the two. And now we will walk underneath all of these, and you can get a chance to see what it looks like. It's kind of crazy because when you look up, you're like, somebody actually built this. Like, created and built this from scratch. From some sheets of, if you can see there, you can see the welding marks, and you can kind of tell how it gets put together as far as that goes. It starts with sheets of steel. And I don't know if it's 100,000 tons. I don't know how much, but it is a lot. And this is the closest I've been to the Celebrity cruise ships. And the first time I've been at Coco Cay with a non-Royal Caribbean ship, meaning that it wasn't branded Royal Caribbean. It's still Royal Caribbean underneath, or Celebrities underneath Royal Caribbean, so they're still together. And up here, how we get on. And we got 3. However, we're gonna keep walking till we get towards the one at the front of the ship, simply because I want all you all to see what it looks like. And the fact that we've got Wi-Fi here is pretty awesome. And if you wonder how much they wash these ships, they wash them all the time. And I think they have giant freshwater makers that they convert the salt water into fresh. So they don't waste water. They don't like take a bunch of water from land and bring it out on the ships. They make it with desalination generators, I think they are, or something like that. But this is the newest I've ever seen a ship, next to Utopia whenever I was on it last year. It is that tall. It's humongous. Heck, I don't even know how much those lifeboats, they gotta be expensive. I bet they're like $100 and something thousand each. Maybe more. Because I think they hold over 100 people, something crazy like that. And we are still walking towards the end. So that way you can see the Atlantic Ocean and feel like you are going out there to join everybody. Oh, and you gotta watch out for these guys. You gotta beep 100 times because there's always somebody in the way. Me included sometimes. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, the very front of Star of the Seas looks like a hammerhead shark. Well, at least it has its eyeballs out to the side. So, it's like a giant hammerhead shark on the water. And then look, see? Star of the Seas. Freshly painted, brand new. The first sailing date public was like August the 7th or something like that. So here's your view. And if you look back that way, you can see how long, how tall, how long. And you already got to see how wide. And there's a little bit of how beautiful the water is. And thank you all for tuning in. And I'm not sure the next location. It's either Roatan, Honduras, or Cozumel. I think Roatan's next. I could be wrong. I don't really care. I'm just happy. I'm here on this awesome ship, enjoying it with some fantastic weather. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it.